Hi, welcome. This is my third time going live, so I am here. I had a minute in my schedule and I wanted to guide you with a little bit of breathing and guided meditation today to help you renew your mind. So a lot of the people I have the amazing pleasure of working with are struggling somewhere in their life. Somewhere in their wellness wheel, all the different dimensions of their life, whether it be physical, intellectual, mental, emotional, socially, occupationally. Maybe they're struggling spiritually or they're struggling financially. There's these different areas of our being where they're feeling that stress and that tension. And breathing is the inside out tool to manage stress and anxiety. So everybody's under a lot of pressure from all different areas, and we feel that stress physically. It manifests ourselves, and it can affect our communication with others. It can affect how we feel about ourselves. Like, stress is linked to every major chronic illness there is. So we know that stress is an issue. We know that this constant pressure and this pace we have in life is really not good or healthy for us, for our well-being. But many people don't really know what to do with that. That's where I find breath work such an easy intervention to slow down the nervous system, to manage your stress, and to become more mindful. And when I say mindful, the way I like to teach it is becoming more mindful is being able to observe your thoughts, your behaviors, your patterns, even how you physically are moving and what you're physically doing, your physical body. Being able to observe that non-judgmentally, that's the hard part, non-critically, in a kind way, and then to invoke curiosity. Kind questioning is what I call it. So when we're mindful, we're becoming more observant about our thoughts, our behaviors, our patterns. And then after that, we invoke that kind questioning. We're not going to be critical and judgmental. And from that place, you can make changes. But if you approach it mindfulness and you're super critical and judgmental towards yourself, your defenses go up and your ability to change and grow and learn go down. So when we're being more mindful, and in today's practice, we'll do a guided breathing session where I'm helping you kind of renew some of the thoughts, put down, surrender some of the thoughts that are no longer serving you, and pick up new thoughts, new ways of thinking, new patterns, walk down a different path that can serve you better. And we really know usually the right way, and we really know what we need to put down and what we need to pick up, but we get to do this act in our mind in a safe place while we're breathing really calmly, and so that it has a greater effect on us. Okay, so from that mindful place, if you can, don't do this while you're driving, but find a comfortable place to sit. I'm going to stand today, but you find a comfortable place to sit or lie down. Wherever you can be really comfortable and uninterrupted. So quiet space. If you're in your office, close your door. If you're at home, this is my little space that I like to sit. There it is. Sit and breathe at. That's a meditation pillow, a wonderful gift if you're getting into this. It's a better position for your spine. You can use books or pillows if you need to lift the hips higher than the knees. But find that comfortable place, lie down in bed if you want, and close the eyes. Close the eyes, close the mouth. Just start to breathe through the nose and settle the physical body. Breathing through the nose is the primary mechanism that we want to breathe through. Mouth breathing is going to upregulate the nervous system, and you're going to take in too much air, too much volume. It activates that sympathetic nervous system. Throughout the day, if you find that you mouth breathe, I want you to keep coming back to this simple nasal breathing pattern. Close your mouth, breathe through the nose. Now, if you can grab your ribs, go ahead and touch your ribs. Your thumbs are on the back of the ribs, your fingers are on the front of the ribs. So you feel the rib cage can become like a cage, and it can become really immobile. That means that we haven't been using it very often. And sometimes we need to mobilize our rib cage in order to get that good breath and that good contraction from the respiratory diaphragm. So if you've been breathing a lot where you inhale and you suck in, so try it out, take a deep breath. You inhale, and you can do this with your eyes closed. You suck in. Do you feel your neck and shoulders pulling you up? Do you feel like you're rising up vertically on your inhale? If you do, I want you to work on relaxing the neck and shoulders. Don't use that as your primary breathing muscle like you would if you were running from somebody who was going to hurt you. Like that would be a good time to activate the sympathetic nervous system. Not right now when we're trying to downregulate and reduce stress and anxiety. So relax your neck and shoulders with your hands on your ribs. Inhale through the nose and try to feel the ribs expand out laterally. So you're trying to breathe a little lower using the respiratory diaphragm. When you inhale, keep working on this, you'll feel a stretch in the belly. It's not all about belly breathing. We don't want all the pressure and air to go there, but we want equal, even pressure. So inhale, fill the belly, fill the ribs, they expand out laterally. Feel that stretch in your low back. That's a nice little stretch. And a stretch in the pelvic floor and glute area, your butt area. So all of these areas are going to expand when you use the respiratory diaphragm. And the pressure is really important here. A lot of breathing is about pressure management. So if you've ever had low back pain, if you've ever had pelvic floor dysfunction, even guys can have pelvic floor dysfunction. If you've had some of these things, even a hernia in the front of the belly, these are tissue issues. And so some of that can be corrected or at least managed and helped through proper breathing mechanics. Getting down this 360-degree breath when you're throughout your daily life, and certainly when you're exercising or adding resistance and load. You need to know how to manage that pressure. So keep working on that inhale, expand 360 degrees, breathe through the nose, and then exhale, everything hugs in towards the midline. In the next couple breaths you take, I want you to fully exhale. So feel like you're kind of squeezing the air out. Go to the very end of your breath. We don't often fully exhale, and that can be another really good practice. You'll notice that your core contracts, especially when you take an active exhale and go to the very end of your breath. So your core contracts when you do that. You're not always going to be breathing that way, but it's helpful to notice that when we exhale, we activate our core correctly when we're breathing in the right pattern. Inhale, expand. Okay, feel that equal, even 360-degree pressure. And then exhale, everything hugs in towards the midline, drawing everything in. I want to count you out for the next few breaths. It's going to be a 4-second inhale followed by an 8-second exhale. Fully exhale your breath. Keep your eyes closed, breathe through the nose, and we'll begin. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, feel that stretch from the inside out, and then exhale, fully release all your air, empty, and hug in. Inhale again, last time like this. 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just keep your breath. Let it go a little more natural now. You don't have to control it. But just notice after a few rounds of 4-8 breathing, your breath is already a little slower. It's also in a better pattern. So biomechanics are better for your breathing. You're not using your secondary breathing muscles like your neck and shoulders, which will tire them out because you breathe 20 to 25,000 times a day. So if you're doing that all the time, you can see where that could cause some physical pain. So we're breathing in the correct pattern at a slower rate. This will downregulate your nervous system. I want you to just stay in this place if you have time today. I'm going to move you through a little thought audit. So this is something I created for my clients. And all I'm asking you is to ask yourself, honestly answer these questions and just see, without judging or criticizing, where you're at in your thought life. So honestly ask yourself, over the last 24 hours, how have your thoughts been about you? Okay? Have you been feeling more worried or more peaceful? Over the last 24 hours, have you been feeling more critical or encouraging? This is your inner dialogue, your inner thought life. In the last 24 hours, have you been more judgmental or more accepting? Have you been more fearful or have you been more faithful? Have you felt more hopeless or more hopeful? Just honestly answering these questions over the last 24 hours, have you had more thoughts and feelings of doubt or have you felt more confident? Have your thoughts been more wandering or are you more present with your thinking? In the last 24 hours, have you noticed that you felt more resentful or have you been more content? Eyes are closed, we're just dropping in and becoming mindful about our thinking. In the last 24 hours, have you been more agitated or angry? Or have you been more calm and stable? Over the last 24 hours, overall, have your thoughts been more negative or positive? So these were 10 questions I just walked you through. You can start to see some trends and start to be aware of your thinking. This is the first step in mindfulness, to strengthen the observer, your ability to think about what you've been thinking about. Instead of being on autopilot, mindlessly just moving through the days, you're taking this thought audit as an intervention to get more connected with what you've been thinking about. And at some point, we'll start to renew those thoughts. Okay, we'll put down some of the thoughts that no longer serve us, and we'll pick up what we want to put on. Okay, this is going to make you feel more empowered. This is what mindfulness practice can do for you. So if you want this little thought audit that I used today, I usually have my clients do it for 1 week just to get an awareness of what their thoughts are, and also to journal any other ones that they're aware of that are coming up on a consistent basis. Just want you to get sensitive to your thinking. So if your eyes are still closed, your mouth is still closed, and you're breathing through the nose, good for you. Thank you for taking this time today, this mindful minute, to breathe with me, to be with me, and share, like, follow my page. I have a lot of great resources in the avenues of mindfulness, which is breath work, wellness. I'm a wellness coach. And I also teach communication, so I help people communicate better internally and externally. So if you want any help or any private coaching with that, you can go ahead and follow my links I have for you. And I give everybody a free 30-minute discovery call. At least I can do that right now. With my schedule, I might not always be able to do that, but I will have that link for you if you want to do a free coaching session with me. Even if we never work together, it'll be a lot of value for you to connect, and it's really good for me to meet people who are on the other side of the screen. So breathe well, live well, and speak well. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for being here.